Ball Facts coming back at you again, and we gonna give you the facts. Okay, today we're gonna talk about Lonzo and Lamelo and them getting close to signing with a shoe company for their signature shoe. Let's get into it. Okay, we know that both brothers have been reported to be on the lookout for all brands, and they're keeping their options open.
Where y'all stand on seeing footwear options? Y'all be open to the process of giving it a shot?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, you are in. And,
Footwear, pretty much same thing. Hear everybody out. Whatever's the best option, I'll go with them.
It's always gonna be a family brand, regardless of whether I go, Nike or Adidas or anybody. But I would love to stay.
Is what they said. And some people think them keeping their options open means that they're going to get rid of Big Baller Brand. They're going to ditch them and sign with the Nikes, Adidas, Puma, whatever, Under Armour, etc. Then there's other people that think that that might mean that they're going to sign back with the Big Baller Brand. We already know what LeVar says. He says they're going to sign with Big Baller Brand.
Nike's scouting Lamelo.
Everybody's scouting Lamelo. Everybody's scouting Lamelo. It's okay, though.
How do you feel about him if he potentially signs with Nike?
If he potentially signs with Nike?
Yeah, Nike's pursuing him.
Stop it.
Well, Nike's in Australia.
You can't even curl your lips to say, my son gonna sign with somebody.
Well, Nike's pursuing
You can't curl your lips. Big
so
Baller Brand.
So it's impossible.
I said it's a family brand, didn't I?
You did.
Okay, then. That's all I got to say.
Lonzo has said he's thinking about
Lonzo can think all day. He ain't signing nobody. Big Baller Brand. That's what I said.
And I don't know if he's speaking into existence or if he knows something that we don't know or whatever the case may be. But it seems he's trying to remind the boys of the vision and the plan that they had from way back when. Anyway, I want to take everybody's attention back to the time when LiAngelo got put in jail for stealing sunglasses from China.
We have a situation. My boy's been detained. You can go from here to here real quick.
Everybody remembers that. It was like everything was going perfect then. Lonzo didn't have any bad ankle injury. Lamelo was still the man at Chino Hills. LiAngelo was getting ready to prove that he was an elite player on the next level, collegiate level. And then it happened. That event that shook the world. A few American players from a well-known college, UCLA, were being detained and in a country that was basically known for being extremely hard on criminals. They weren't North Korea hard, but still they were hard. It's like, dang, y'all in China and y'all detained? That's serious. The president, Donald Trump, got involved in a Twitter beef with LeVar, and it came out that LeVar did more to get his son out of the country than Trump later. But anyways, it was just a scandal. And UCLA basically kicked these athletes in the face in front of everybody and said, no, y'all cannot play basketball here. Until when? Until we say so, basically. They did not want to put those players on a basketball court with UCLA jerseys. Like, they didn't want their logo, their brand, affiliated with them. It was like they lost the sponsorship deal, even though they weren't sponsored. That's what it was like. Now, I'm going to get into the point. Triple B, Big Baller Brand, was the only brand that would stand with LiAngelo through his scandal. No other one would. UCLA was the only one associated with him, on a mainstream level, and they basically cut ties with LiAngelo Ball. Triple B was the only one they would still rock with him. Why? Because it was his own brand. One of the B's stand for LiAngelo. One of those B's stand for LiAngelo. Now let me switch gears. Everybody switch gears. I don't mean nothing sexual when I say switch gears, okay? Everybody thinks Lonzo should have taken a major shoe deal when he was going into the NBA. And they think that Lamelo should take one now. But when you get these endorsement deals and receive all this money for it, guess what, y'all? It's not guaranteed. Don't you know they put in those contracts that they can end those contracts and stop paying you money if they feel your reputation is tarnished? They put in those contracts that they can basically terminate them when they want to. So they wouldn't care if you were promised $40 million over 5 years for a shoe deal and you get happy and go and buy an $8 million house. And then they have to cancel your contract after only paying you $10 million because you did something that makes you look less wholesome, because you got a DUI or you got into a dispute with your spouse and TMZ picked it up. And you'll be sitting there with so many people depending on you and you can't even pay taxes on the house you bought. But you thought it was a good idea and it was guaranteed money for sponsorship. You see what happened to LiAngelo, how quick something will leave you? And you don't even have to be guilty of it. You just have to look a certain way, the way that the company don't want you to look. Look at what happened to Kobe Bryant. For the record, I do not think Kobe Bryant raped that girl in that hotel room. But out of respect for the girl and her family, I have to say that I don't know that to be a fact. That's just what I think. But let's say he didn't rape her. You think Nike cared about his innocence? No. Prior to the charge, they had Kobe in the office walking around talking about designs of the shoes, pointing at pictures on the wall, treating him so good, giving him everything he wanted to eat, treating him like a king up at Nike. But as soon as he was accused of something, they was like, we don't know that man. They didn't know him. They was like disowned him. They didn't have a relationship with Kobe. They didn't take him in the back room and ask him off to the side, like, what's your side of the story, Kobe? We don't know her, but we know you. We have an established relationship with you. So of course we're going to take your side, Kobe. Tell us what's going on. No, they didn't do that. They met by themselves in a room. They look at charts, looks at graphs. They looked at how many people believed he did it. They looked at things like this done in the past for other companies and seen what the outcome was. They got to the bottom line, the revenue, the money. And they said, we think his image could cost us money, so cut him. They never thought for a second, let's put up some commercials showing Kobe's character and boost his image back up.
The challenge is who you are as a person. You know, to have to go through something like that, you know, with not only individually, but, you know, as a family. And then, you know, for the organization, the Lakers organization, my teammates, it was extremely difficult, and you kind of had to do some soul searching, you know, because you're fighting numerous battles at the same time, and you're just kind of trying to figure your way through all of this mess.
What did LeVar do when his son did wrong? He got on him.
Why would you like some glasses, though? As much money as you got. The thrill? What, son? Tell me something, man, because I'm blind right now, man.
He was hard on LiAngelo. He made sure he knew he made a mistake and that he needed to learn from it. He admitted his son did wrong, but then he went on national TV with Triple B shirts, still rooting for LiAngelo. He vouched for him. He said, we all make mistakes.
China already said, okay, he made a bad mistake. We're going to drop the charges. That's the punishment they gave him.
But in China for stealing, you
But
can
that's
get
the
5 to
punishment they
10
gave
years.
him. Now we over here. Look at, we got to serve some more punishment? He apologized. What is the loan process for? We only went to UCLA, one and done, to play basketball.
He still rolled with triple B's for his son. Why? Because one of those B's stand for LiAngelo. It's LiAngelo's company too. He's doing it for LiAngelo. If LeVar was all about the money like everybody say, he would have told Lonzo, go ahead, sign with Nike, get a check, and just give me some money. But he's not all about the money. He's about family, generational wealth, being an owner, being your own boss. Your own boss. People just can't take the money away from you in one swoop when you don't act the way they want you to act. Look at Michael Vick, WWE. He said the N-word. People like, whoa, whoa, whoa. He said the N-word. That's just what those kids do. What if he was signed? What if he was signed with Puma at the time that happened? And they're like, oh, we're severing ties with LaMelo Ball because he said a racial slur on TV. Everyone would be like, really? That's how these kids talk. But these companies won't see things from LaMelo's point of view. They just see money. See, the triple B's, one of those B's stands for LaMelo. He has his own company. No matter what mistakes he could make along the way, he could use his own brand to display his growth from a mistake instead of another company that he would be signed to, and they would be making him more of a villain by dropping him. Publicly worsening his reputation. Look at Manny Pacquiao. He said he disapproved of homosexuality, and a sponsor dropped him. A sponsor dropped him for that. His belief. He can't just have his own belief. You guys think it's worth signing to these big deals to get all the money. And you think I'm crazy for saying you can be a $40 million slave. But you don't look at every facet. When they give you that money, that means they can take it away from you just as fast. You own nothing. You can't even have your own opinion. You can't pass down that bogus contract to your kids. LeVar's wife, Tina, said it. Family need to stick together. Not only do you have the media coming at you, you got these other businesses coming at you. Now you got Allen coming at you too. If they can divide, they can conquer. And all it takes is one link in the middle of a family chain to leave the whole chain dropped on the ground. And then they got to pick up the pieces again and connect and keep going. And Lonzo will come to see that even though his father made a lot of business mistakes, he loves Lonzo and has loyalty to Lonzo. And Lonzo will find that nowhere else. No shoe company can offer that. Lamelo too. Both of them guys have to not look at the numbers at the end of the contract, at the bottom of the contract. Look at the details of the contract. Matter of fact, look at the people's faces who want you to sign it. Look at their fake smiles. They don't love you. And as easy as they'll give you money, they will take it away because they don't love you. They love money. And that kind of love is the root of all evil. Ball facts. Again, y'all know what it is. Stay tuned. Peace.